Imagine a Sims 3 world you never have to abandon. No more starting over. No more corrupted saves. Today I'll show you, step by step, how to build a forever world that won't break, no matter how many generations you play. The idea of a forever world is huge in Minecraft, but it's even more challenging in The Sims 3. Why? Because corruption is always lurking. But I found the secrets to make it work, and I'm sharing everything. The Forever World is a game where the player commits to never restarting and playing it indefinitely. It's a style of play that encourages consistency and dedication. But how does this translate to The Sims 3? Well, I think it has to do with something that Minecraft and The Sims share. They're open-ended. They don't give you a finish line. No clear goal. No final boss. And while that's part of their charm, it can also lead to burnout. The kind that makes us abandon our saves after just a few generations. The Forever World concept tries to solve this problem. In The Sims 3, it means having a single save, your main game, one that you never abandon. You always return to it. So how do we approach a forever world? There are many ways, but for me the best one is simple. To start small. With just one household. You can do this in a populated world, by choosing a pre-made household or creating one from scratch. You may start in an empty world with a single sim. Or something in between. The possibilities are endless. Start playing with just that one sim or family and gradually add other households as you want to do something new. You can play in a traditional rotational manner, or choose houses at random and stay in each one as long as you want. My chosen method was to start with a single sim in an empty world with 0 Simoleons, and I approached it like a build-a-city challenge. Although for me, that's just one piece of what this kind of gameplay can be. Stick around until the end of the video to see how my forever world differs from the building challenge, and why this world is designed to last. The first thing you'll need is a world you feel comfortable in. This is really important, because you're going to be here for a long time. You can pick one of the game towns and empty it manually, or you can start in an empty custom world, like I did. I'm using Sunset Valley 2 by Magic Dancer. You can find it on the exchange. It's a modification of the base game world. I chose it for several reasons. It's stable. I've played it many times and I've never had any serious issues. It's base game compatible, so it doesn't matter how many expansions you have. All the lots are flat. I like building, but I'm not an expert, so this is great if you're like me and don't want to overcomplicate things. And finally, the NPCs and homeless Sims are the original from Sunset Valley, which means you have non-pudding face townies to marry and move in. One clarification. This world does include the Stony Falls fishing lot. If you want a truly empty world, you can save that lot to your library for a later use and delete it, or just block your Sims from using it until you unlock it. Also, there are 2 lots you'll need to change the type of: the beach and the park. Just a quick adjustment to make them fit your setup by changing their designation to no visitor allowed. To improve the atmosphere of the world, I use a lighting mod. The creator is Burnt Waffles and I use the one that says, "With Lucky Palms Water." Let's start with the 3 mods you absolutely need for a stable forever world, or any Sims 3 save really. Overwatch. Cleans up your game every night. Think of it as your world's janitor. Error Trap. Quietly fixes issues before they become disasters. Master Controller. That's your Sims 3 Swiss Army knife. These 3 alone have saved my games more times than I can count. For gameplay enhancement, I add story progression to make the town feel alive and to play a rotational game. I'm going into details about it in the Rotational Setup section. Woohooer! This mod tweaks how romance works in the game. For fixing bugs and other issues. Debug Enabler, because I love fixing things on the fly. Go Here. This replaces the default Go Here interaction. It prevents Sims from canceling their queue when you add a new command. Pocket Protector Potion Case. If you store things in alchemy cabinets, this mod makes sure they don't disappear when you switch households. Opportunity Phone Call Fix by Nickel23. It fixes the bug that came with the Into the Future expansion. These are the ones I think are important to keep the game running smoothly. I use many more that aren't mentioned here, but I didn't want to bore you. If you want the full list, check the links in the description to my blog. Since the idea of Forever World is to be played indefinitely, I've taken many precautions to maintain a healthy game, some of which I always do and others I've added for this save specifically. These are: clear the game caches frequently. Normally I do this every 2 or 3 sessions, but for Forever World I do it every time. Keep a separate The Sims 3 folder just for the Forever World. I always do this for all my long games. Helps prevent the dreaded error 12, as it's a memory problem. Save as instead of simple save. Do this as often as you can. Not only you'll have backup saves, it also prevent errors and bugs from being saved. Don't have more than 3 active saves in your saves folder. Limit the use of third-party personalized content. This is a decision I made specifically for this world. It was a very hard one because I love all kinds of CC, but I know how unstable they can be. I made a compromise with myself and only allowed the ones that I really can live without. Limit travel to other countries or to university. I don't want to ban travel outright because it's an important part of the gameplay, but this could cause a lot of problems. So I'll handle it carefully. Now that we have the world and know what mods we're going to use, it's time to start playing. I started with just one sim, Chara Nothing. Because I like challenges and difficult beginnings, I reduced her funds to 0. In a world that has nothing at all, it's a very risky choice. Of course, this is a personal flavor. You can start with the initial funds and give your sim limited comforts. It's a hard beginning too, but I encourage you to try it because it's a lot of fun. On day 1, Chara could only fish to earn money as the world hadn't yet spawned collectibles. That wasn't enough to buy a fridge or a fire pit, so she had to eat a pizza. One decision I made to avoid getting bored is that each household I play is in charge of a different challenge. The first house, which is the Founders, is in charge of the Nothings is Free challenge, which is an adaptation of the Build a City challenge. There are several rules, but the most important is how to unlock community lots. It's very simple and easy to track. 1 lot is unlocked per sim in the family, and each lot requires you to max out specific skills and purchase it with family funds. There are exceptions to this, but everything is well explained on the challenge page. Therefore, in my Forever World, the Nothing family is in charge of building the town. No other family can do so. I decided this to make the game more complex and avoid the temptation of making all Sims in the town unlock community lots and filling it quickly. I set a rule for myself is to have a balanced number of houses and community lots. The decision of which lots to build, layout, lot grouping, and how I plan to expand the city will be explained in the sections. Map setup and future gameplay plan. At the time of making this video, I have 3 active families. The second household is in charge of the Legacy Challenge and the third is doing the Random Legacy Challenge. To add houses to the town, I'm following this rule. Sims may only be moved into or out of a household using the social interaction and not by using Edit Town or a mod. I'll probably break this rule at some point because there are challenges I want to complete that require me to create a sim. But I'll try not to abuse this. And for now, I'm playing on a strict rotation. I play for a week in each house with the same season. In episode 4, all the houses experienced winter. But a traditional rotational game isn't easy to achieve in The Sims 3, since the open world is designed to allow all Sims to grow together. This is where Nra's story progression comes to save the day. I'll leave a link in the video description that explains in detail how to do this setup that I'm going to show below. So anyone who already knows how to do it or wants to try following the instructions on the site's page can skip ahead to the next section. Because, let's be real, this is going to be pretty dry. The only thing you need to know is that I use option 1 of the 2 shown on the website. For the brave souls who stayed to listen to me talk about continuous clicking, let's begin. To start, in addition to the story progression mod, you need the skill module add-on. First, let's create a cast and story progression. We'll do this from an in-game computer, since the city hall won't be unlocked in our world yet. From the following settings you can choose only those that suit your game, or add others that are not here. The first step is to go to NRAS. Story progression. Cast option. Add new cast. The page suggests we call this cast rotations. And I agree because it's simple and easy to remember. Now let's open the new cast we created in cast setting. And we will do these steps. Cast, automatic. False. Let's check that it's set to false. Change cast, apply to household to true. Career. Allow progression. False. Sims will still go to work, but it will prevent promotions and find a new job. Cast priority. 5. Just in case you have other casts, this will have priority over the others. Death. Allow aging. False. So that your Sims don't age while you're not controlling them. Household. Allow move as family. False. Household. Allow move solo. False. The previous two are so that your Sims do not change houses without your permission. Pregnancy. Allow adoption. False. Pregnancy. Allow can be pregnant. False. Pregnancy. Allow participation. False. Keep in mind that this means that if you change households while a Sim is pregnant, the cast causes the pregnancy to end. Push. Allow skills. False. Romance. Allow. False. This is to prevent new relationships from forming or breakups from occurring. Already formed couples continue to have romantic interactions. Skill. Allow. False. When you finish selecting everything you want in the cast, hit the check mark twice to accept. Now we are going to put the inactive households into this cast. Click on a wall of their residence. Story progression. Household options. Cast manual. Rotations. You repeat this with each inactive house. When you're done playing with your house, put it in the rotations cast before changing houses, following the previous instructions. If you installed Master Controller, changing houses with the mod instead of in Edit World mode is faster and cleaner. Click on a house wall and click NRAS, Master Controller, Make Active. Once in the new house, click on a wall and RFA. Story progression. Household options. Reset to default. Cast manual. Rotations. With this, you now have all the playable houses under your command progressing at the same time. Anyway, read the instructions as there are some more tweaks like what to do with NPCs and houses that are not in the rotation that may help you. Now that we've established the early game with a rotational play, it's time to talk about how I plan to build this town, not just in terms of lots, but also in terms of locations and new families with their challenges. As I explained earlier, the construction of the community lots is in the hands of the Nothing family through the Nothing is Free challenge. These lots are built using the game's real estate system. My world currently has 3 houses and 2 community lots. And while it looks like I built these randomly on the map, that's not the case. The area where the houses are is designated as the riches area, where there will be mansions. This is because these first families will become very rich later on. I want the area where I put the grocery store to become a main shopping street. Franco Nothing, one of the founder's sons, is currently unlocking the bookstore, so this zone is where I'll put that rabbit hole. One lot I also want to start unlocking soon is the consignment store, which will also go here. On this lot, I want to build a city hall, so I want these 2 lots to be small parks or places to hang out, complementing the city hall. Moira Nothing, the founder's daughter-in-law, is unlocking a small park that I'll put on one of these 2 lots. I want to add a farming area to this section. There are many challenges with this topic. The graveyard will be on a lot that's central to the city but doesn't have adjacent lots. So this lot seems like a good place. I think you get my idea. I want to create sub-areas within the city, both for residences and for community lots. What about the gameplay? This is where my concept of a forever world comes in, different from a classic Build-A-City challenge. As I said at the beginning of the video, my idea for this world is for it to become my main save. While I'm currently approaching it as a Build-A-City challenge, it won't always be that way. At some point I'll build everything I deem necessary. Here is the first difference with the back. The latter ends at some point when the population reaches 50,000. Also, as a general rule, this challenge is played in all houses and in a strict rotation. And while I'm doing exactly that with my Forever Valley right now, I don't plan to do it forever. For the main Forever World series, I want to have several families in strict rotation, since they're an immersive story I'm currently developing in my videos. But these will have a limited number. I don't know exactly how many, but 10 or 15 families seems like a good number to me, so this story doesn't get disproportionate. I don't want too much time to pass until a round ends and we forget what was happening in the first house when I finish the last one. But at the same time, I want the world to continue growing in population. So I'll add other families that won't be included in the story, but if I ever want to play, I'll do so without them being part of the series. Maybe these won't be as synchronized in time and age with the families in the stories, but I'm fine with that. I might want to spend a whole year with one of these, while leaving the main ones on standby so I don't lose the rhythm of their story. Or maybe I want to make a solo video of a specific challenge like the two I already have, and instead of doing it in a new world I can start it here, play it through, record it, and never play this house again, without touching the families in the series. So I'll use this world as if it were the main menu of the game, instead of choosing a new world to start playing. This doesn't mean I won't start other games, but I'll do so for challenges I can't play in the Forever World or if I want to start a new series on the channel. In fact, I'll give you a bit of a spoiler. I already have one in mind that won't be released yet because I want to plan it well and not disrupt my current posting schedule, but I'm really excited about it. I hope that with this explanation it is understood why I do not consider my Forever World a Build-A-City challenge. If there's one thing that's caught the eye in my videos, based on the lovely comments viewers have left me, it's my storytelling. And even though my videos make it look more polished and well-developed, storytelling is how I play. Not just The Sims, but any other game. So here are some tips for you to use in your games. You'll see how much fun they become. Treat your Sims like real people. Believe they have real emotions and motives. Accept the game weirdness. In my story, Leon Nothing had a plate embedded in his hand after cooking, and I made his brother not want to eat the food because of this. This is a decision I made in the game, considering whether the brother would eat something like that or not. Respect in-game time. Pregnancy lasts 3 days? Okay. Your Sims celebrated their 1-year wedding anniversary but have teenage children born after they got married? That's okay too. In my videos I may use phrases that include words like months and years, but that's just semantics to tell the story. Play to their traits. They're a loner? Give them a career that makes them stay at home. They're friendly? Make them be the one who bonds with the neighbors. Follow their wishes, even the ones you haven't locked. Let their wants guide the story. Change your plans if your Sims want to do something different than what you want. Give weird quirks to some Sims. In my second house, I had Amélie Rousseau start a photography collection of gnomes. Give them free rein when it comes to relationships. Sims often have wishes to do things with other Sims. See if there's someone you didn't have in mind and have them form a relationship, whether it's a friendship or a romantic one. I've got a ton more storytelling tricks up my sleeve. If you want a full video breaking down each one, let me know in the comments. If you have any questions about anything I talked about in this video, please don't hesitate to ask me in the comments. Also, I left all the links to everything I mentioned here in the video description, including tutorials on many of the things I talked about. Which storytelling tip will you try first in your own Sims game? What's the weirdest glitch or moment you have? Share it below. Should I make a whole video where I show you how I build stories from scratch? Would you like a video on a specific topic seen in this one? Real estate? Mods? Don't hesitate to tell me. Thanks for staying until the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and subscribe.
Until next time, bye!